Hey you guys, what's up? It's RocketS54 here. I know this is my first video in like over a month, but yeah, I've just been very unmotivated lately, so I'm sorry about that. But anyway, Nathan's back here with us, and today we're going to be doing the Life and Movies tag. I wasn't tagged by anybody, but I saw Alex Leba do it like a few months ago, and so we are gonna be doing the same thing, and yeah, basically you answer a bunch of questions that are like set. I think there's like 14 or 15 questions. I'll put them in the description. As far as people who I tag, pretty much anybody. If you want to do it and you want to say who tagged, you just say I did. But for people who are watching, I tag TheKillerBotFilmsShow and Noah Wilson. Both of you do it, like just as the ones for specifics. But yeah, so let's just get started with the questions because I'm not sure how much space I have on my iPod to record. But anyway, first question. Okay, so it says first steps. What's the first film you remember seeing as a kid?
For me, it's Shrek 2.
That was the first movie I saw in theaters. The first movie I remember seeing in general.
Actually, it's either Shrek 2 or the first Spider-Man movie. One of those two.
The first movie that I remember like seeing was either Home Alone or Scooby-Doo meets the Boo Brothers, I think. Number 2, teenage crush. Which actor/actress did you have a crush on, or do you now, I guess?
Emma Stone.
Yeah, like you already told me that one before. For me, this is gonna be a really, really hard one because there's like so many.
I like how I'm just like firing off answers and you're just thinking about it. Like, who said, of course, Emma Stone. She's hot.
Yeah, it's true, but I'm just really trying to think here. I'm just looking at my Blu-ray shelf trying to think of this one. Okay, just to keep things simple for now, I'll just say Salma Hayek and pretty much any of the lead characters from Spring Breakers. I'll just say right now. And Jennifer Aniston, I guess, as well. Those are just the main ones. I'll probably think of something else later on, but I'll just stick with those for now. Bad choices, good outcome. A movie you watched and ended up enjoying even though you wanted to hate it.
Ooh. For me... So a movie I wanted to hate but I ended up liking?
Yeah.
Probably... I'm going to say Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. The only reason because I hate Michael Cera. But I ended up liking the movie.
Alright, for me, I would definitely say La La Land. Because, like, everybody was, like, hyping it up to be, like, the second coming of Jesus. And I was like, okay, well, I was like, I wonder if it'll be that good. And, like, everybody just talking about it and talking about it. I'm like, oh my god, shut up, we get it, it exists. And I thought I was gonna hate it because of all the hype. But even though I rip into it sometimes and, like, joke about it, I can't deny that La La Land was a very good movie. I did enjoy it quite a bit. Okay, this one I actually can't answer because it doesn't apply to me, but Nathan, I think it might apply to you. First date. When you went on a first date, what movie did you see?
Atomic Blonde.
You didn't... Did you have?
Yeah, it was a date.
Oh, okay. Okay,
Yeah.
So I didn't realize you went with somebody to see it. I thought that you went by yourself.
No, I went with someone.
Okay, so yeah, that doesn't apply to me because I've never had a relationship, but... Alright, so that's, must have been a bit awkward seeing Atomic Blonde in one specific part, I'll just say that.
No, we were both laughing, it was actually kind of funny.
Okay, home comforts. What movie reminds you of time with your family?
Spider-Man 3, because our family came together to watch it.
I would, even though this is the same answer that Alex Leba said, I would definitely say Boyhood. Like, and like he said in his video, it's one of the most relatable movies out there for any boy. Like, even just, like, small little things, like, I remember, like, I'll be like, oh, I remember, like, having trouble with bowling balls when I went bowling as well, or, yeah, I remember doing that with my friends. There's so many moments like that in the movie. First heartbreak. What movie really upset you or hit you more than you thought?
What do you mean by that? Like, a movie that, like... quote-unquote tugged on my heartstrings?
Yeah, I guess you could say.
I've never really gotten upset at a movie. I guess the closest one for me was Logan, so I'll say Logan.
Mine would definitely be The Breakfast Club, right? Like, near the end, when Anthony Michael Hall's saying what got him into detention, I actually almost cried. I didn't, but I almost did. And another one, this would definitely be one I just remembered, The Good Son. I don't want to spoil anything, but there's an actor in it that I really, really, really like, and they do something with that actor, and what they did with it actually made me cry like a bitch at the end. I was like 11 when I saw it, though. Leaving Home. What was the first movie you watched without your family?
Like in the theater?
No, it doesn't matter in the theater. I would just think in general.
You answer this question, I'm going to think about it.
Okay, well, as I said, I think it would be either of the two first movies that I'd ever seen, either Home Alone or Scooby-Doo Meets the Boo Brothers, because those are the main ones that I remember watching a lot, and I know that I watched both of those without my family. Space Jam kind of clicks in my mind, but I watched that, like, way after I saw those two, I'm pretty sure.
I'm going to say, because I used to watch movies a lot with my family, but the one that I don't remember seeing with my family was, because I don't know if this counts, but I got together with a group of friends, we watched Zombieland.
Oh, okay.
So.
Yeah, I mean, it's the one that you remember. Good Times. What movie do you watch most and why?
So most rewatched movie? Ironically, not my favorite movie. My most rewatched movie is Guardians of the Galaxy, because it just puts a smile on my face every time I watch it.
Mine is definitely the movie I've watched the most times would be That's My Boy. I know it's regarded as like a really awful comedy, but I think it's absolutely hilarious. I've seen it 25, maybe even 30 times. Another one would definitely be 21 Jump Street. I've seen that probably like 15 times.
Actually, I'm going to say one more. Also, Napoleon Dynamite. I've seen that quite a bit too.
I've only seen that, I think, from start to finish like 2 or 3 times. Maybe more when I was like a bit younger, but definitely 21 Jump Street and That's My Boy, mainly because they're just highly rewatchable and they're funny each time. Also Pop Star. Pop Star Never Stop, Never Stopping. I've seen that like 7 or 8 times now. It's absolutely great. Alright guys, my recording stopped, so we're going to redo the last question, which says, what is your favorite non-English language movie?
Easy for me, Battle Royale, the best foreign film ever made.
I want to see it, I haven't yet. For me, I don't think I've seen many films that aren't spoken in English, like, all the way through. So I'll just say one that's partially spoken in a different language. I would say David Fincher's The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. Parts of it are spoken in Swedish, but most of it is in English. It's a great movie. I was actually really surprised by it. The next question. Can't leave the sofa. This isn't even a movie question. What series on TV got you hooked?
Doctor Who.
Me, I'd say stuff like The Simpsons and Family Guy. I started watching The Simpsons when I was 3, and Family Guy, I remember it being starting Family Guy when I was like 4, but I think I like really started consistently watching it when I was around 8 or so. But yeah, I would definitely say The Simpsons and Family Guy, but I definitely say Family Guy definitely more because like I still watch it even today. There's even like shows like from back then, like Adventure Time and Regular Show. I loved them and was hooked on them, but I don't watch them that much. But Family Guy, I watch on a consistent basis, like even to this day. A sick day, what movie do you watch if you don't feel well to cheer you up?
You know what? I'm going to say Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Ironic. That and Tropic Thunder are the 2 movies I like to watch on a sick day.
Yeah, Tropic Thunder is an absolutely great movie. It's in my top 5 of all time. And it's probably my favorite comedy. For me... yeah, a lot of Marvel movies will really do it, especially like the first Spider-Man, I think would be the perfect sick day movie. But before that, I would say like anything with Melissa McCarthy in it, whether it be Bridesmaids, The Heat, Spy, or like the new Ghostbusters. Just anything with Melissa McCarthy in it, I would always consider like a sick day movie. But like, I still count those like as perfect ones now, but I would definitely say... like thinking about it more and seeing more movies, I would definitely say Marvel movies, yeah, and specifically the first Spider-Man. Looking to the future, what movies are you looking forward to seeing?
Well, one of them is The Disaster Artist, but since I'm a really big nerd, the one I'm looking forward to the most for next year is Avengers Infinity War. Really looking forward to that one.
My like most hyped movies so far, I would say like, the only 2 films I'm really excited for this year is Star Wars The Last Jedi, but the one I'm really, really excited for is The Disaster Artist. But yeah, like I've seen The Room twice now, and I absolutely love it. It's a hilarious film, and The Disaster Artist seems like it's going to be great. But yeah, I'd say like in the 2018 year, probably. Well, Deadpool 2 is definitely.
I forgot Deadpool 2 was coming out next year. Yeah, Deadpool 2 as well.
Yeah, Deadpool 2 is definitely one. I was actually on the set of Deadpool 2, like literally just a few weeks ago. I was like near on the set where they were filming a part of it. I might actually post video from it. I'm not sure because I did take a video. But I also this is actually one that I'm really excited for next year, because it's like the first film itself was great, but the second one is like going with an idea that I've wanted to see more and more of, but they haven't done anything with it except in the books, and that would be Goosebumps Horrorland. I really can't wait for that, because Horrorland was one of the things I really loved about the books, and I really wish they'd put it in the first movie, and they didn't, and the one 2-part episode they put in the TV show, it was great, but they didn't like explore as much as I wish they did, and so I'm really excited for that. But for the 2019 year, Glass is definitely one after seeing Split, but my most hyped film, like I think behind The Disaster Artist, It Chapter 2. Because I absolutely loved the first one. I might make a review for that. It's just my editing software sucks. But yeah, I did see it. I'm probably going to see it again in theaters, probably more than once. It's a great movie. I will make a review for it, maybe. But yeah, those are definitely the main ones. If only, what old movie do you want to see be remade?
It's hard to say, because remakes... I would say It, but It already got a remake.
That's what I would say too.
You know what? I'm another Stephen King one. I'd like to see The Shining get remade. Is that a Stephen King?
Yes.
The Shining would be a good remake.
Yes. It deserves to be remade, because I'm going to say it's like, I've seen Stanley Kubrick's The Shining. I saw it like back in 8th grade. I already thought it was good, but not great to begin with. I read the book in my English class last year. The movie is a piece of shit compared to the book. I can see why Stephen King disliked it as much as he did. Like, I can totally see why. Because the problem with The Shining is that it's a bit long, and it's quite boring in some parts. But the thing is, what they could have done is taken out the boring parts of The Shining and put in some really good stuff from the book that I would have liked to see be explored. So like The Shining is definitely one, but I guess I'd say maybe Halloween, because while Rob Zombie's Halloween is good, and they're all like David Gordon Green and Danny McBride are already making the new one, so I am excited for that one as well. But I would definitely say Friday the 13th, because the original is not really a good movie. It's just a guilty pleasure, very fun to watch. And the so-called remake, which was produced by Michael Bay, I actually really liked it a lot, like on a serious level, but it's just not a remake because it doesn't follow the same story, if I'm being honest. So I would definitely like to see Friday the 13th be remade. Alright, last question. End of the road. What 3 films do you think you will always enjoy watching?
For me, the first Kingsman, because that's just an action movie lover's wet dream. Mad Max Fury Road. Every time I watch it, it gets better. And The Breakfast Club, which is my favorite movie of all time.
For me, I would definitely say, I don't know, I would say, like, I would put my second favorite film of all time in here. And, like, I do enjoy watching it every time I see it, but the 3 main ones that stand out to me are It, Tropic Thunder, and Popstar Never Stop, Never Stopping, which are some of my favorite films of all time. Those are just 3. There's definitely lots of others that I would put in there. But yeah, that is the last question to this tag. I hope you guys enjoyed. As I said, I tag anybody that wants to do it, but it's specifics. The Killerbot Film Show and Noah Wilson. I want to see you guys do this. Want to see what your answers are like. And so, anyway, that's going to be it for this video. Subscribe for more content. Please leave a like if you enjoyed. It means a lot to me. And remember, you guys, whenever going through your life choices and regretting so many of them, say no to drugs.